Frank Nicholson, friend and colleague, you are such a worthy recipient of tonight's award. I have known you for more than 20 years now and am still inspired by your courage, your thirst for knowledge, determination and your compassion. Here's to Frank. We can truly celebrate tonight since a true warrior has been properly recognised. All the very best to you all, says Alison. Now, before Frank accepts it, well, he's already accepted it. I want to, being a journo, do the briefest of backgrounds, and you can correct me, Frank. Frank Nicholson was one of the Guns 20, targeted by the giant corporation in that landmark legal case for which Guns ended up paying. But his anguish didn't stop there as Guns kept up the pressure with a large defamation writ for comments made in the public interest over perceived potential health threats from the Burnie woodchip pile. With the legal battle in full swing, he brought in pathologist and world authority on Legionella, Dr. Trevor Steele. This document was used in Dr. Nicholson's defence in court and enabled him to settle the matter with a written apology. I knew that once we settled, we could release the report that we had done, which gave our side of the story and our expert opinion, he says. Dr. Nicholson says the logging company has taken effective steps to resolve the problem by using a sprinkler system to reduce the dust. A little more about Frank before I let him speak. Frank is a physician at the Royal Hobart Hospital. You still are, aren't you? Yeah. Thank God for that. And is a founding member of Doctors for Forests. We have a lot in common, Frank and I. We are both bush boys. He was born in the northeast, in the bush, son of a farmer. I am from the back of Burnie, son of a dairy farmer. And we've both seen our temples ransacked in that beautiful line that Richard Flanagan gave me once. Truly we have seen our temples ransacked. I was brought up in the most pristine, wondrous world in which blackfish caught my bent pin lure with worms on it, in which freshwater crayfish existed. And then the fucking old growth was decimated and there went the world. Or what was to me 50 years ago the world. And I think Frank can recollect the same way. We are not patricians, we are simple country boys who do not like what has happened to our paradise. Who do not in the early 1990s, when two massive plantations were established near his brother's organic beef farm, the herbicides atrazine and simazine were applied with questionable occupational health standards and attention to preventing entry of chemicals into waterways during aerial spraying. Frank is motivated by a strong sense for issues of intergenerational equity. He was asked a few years ago by his daughter, "Dad, will there still be scenery when I grow up?" Frank was voted by doctors in training at the Royal Hobart Hospital as Supervisor of the Year 2004. He is chairman, has been chairman. Are you still chairman? Yeah. You are still chairman, okay. Of the Medical Staff Association at the hospital. His brother continues the family farming tradition, and sister Leslie is an enthusiastic publicist of the natural splendour of the North East Highlands and guides walkers on the trails marked out by the Friends of the Blue Tier. I give you Frank.
I'd like people just to understand how much this means to me. I probably had to pay about $80,000 in legal fees. I didn't have to pay anything money to Guns, but I had to pay that to my lawyers, and this is worth it. Really. So I just thank you, whoever it was who was deluded enough to decide that I should do it. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
There's a little part of the scenario about the Burnie wood chip piles that you left out. I don't know if you're aware of this, but it puts me on an even footing with Guns because as a result of the sprinklers that were installed on the Burnie wood chip piles, they won an environmental award. So I feel very much on the same page. I was also well aware that at least two men nearly lost their lives in the Burnie area. One of them worked at the Beach Hotel. Did you know that establishment?
Yes, I have been evicted from there on one occasion.
And he contracted Legionella, which really nearly caused him to lose his life. I'm grateful for a number of people who really just with a light touch on the shoulder gave me the feeling that I was doing the right thing to speak about it. And I guess I'm pleased that I did, and it's certainly worth more than $80,000. So thank you.